The British fought the Nazis longer than anyone, but the victory they won was a triumph with a difference.
The British had as many problems, if not more, in recovering from victory as the Germans did in recovering from defeat. The biggest single criticism I would make of Churchill during the war was that he overstrained the British economy for victory, that he did more than had to be done. Britain was certainly among the most mobilized, if not the most mobilized nation in the war. The rail system was worn out, the industrial plant was worn out, the transport system was worn out. In addition, the British were, it wasn't altogether Churchill's fault. The Americans drove a very hard bargain. The Lend-Lease Act, which Churchill, of course, called the most unsorted act in all of human history, may very well have been that, but there was much about it that was petty. The Americans insisted, before they began making the contributions to Britain via Lend-Lease, that the British sell their overseas assets. This meant that at the end of the war, the income that the British had counted on or depended on for so long from her overseas investments were no longer there. They had been sold at American insistence. What did Britain get out of the war? Not very much. Not very much. She lost a very great deal. I suppose, if you want to look at it positively, she got a moral claim on the world as the nation that had stood against Hitler alone for a year, and had provided the moral leadership against the Nazis at a time when everyone else was willing to cave in to the Nazis. The British, I suppose one would have to say, paid the most for victory and got the least out of it.